My first topic is great leadership starts with self-leadership. Leadership is important to drive change within any social community. It began with a quote: "If you want to lead, you need to spend 40% of the time leading yourself." There are three key points of self-leadership that I have learned: self-awareness, self-reflection, and self-regulation. I chose this topic as occupational therapist is a social occupation, and there will be always community involvement. Leadership is not just leading the group, but also leading yourself to be a better leader. The use of a character traits checklist enables self-awareness. These checklists help to analyze what are some characteristics of natural leaders and to see what traits I can improve on. Reflection plays a big role in the career of an occupational therapist. Self-reflection is spending 2 to 5 minutes in a day to think about what are some possible challenges to expect and what have been already encountered. Self-regulation is to reframe difficult situation and visualizing it on a spectrum to cope with emotional fluctuation. In my future practice, I can observe how key decision makers lead the team and use them as an example to learn and improve. With this, I will then need to first discover myself using the Johari's window. Using the feedback that I get from prac, I can then evaluate my characteristics for improvement and to discover what was unknown to me. Spending 2 to 5 minutes for self-reflection before the day begins can help me prepare and anticipate how am I going to react appropriately in different scenarios. This helped me to problem solve issues in the most appropriate manner. As I'm often driven by my own emotions, self-regulating is very important. When I encountered with a difficult situation, I can first try to regulate my emotions by putting it on a spectrum, allowing my thought process to be calmer. My second topic is transforming communities through innovative painting. This project aims to change the negative stigma of a slum to an outward peace. By using limited resources and the contribution of the neighborhood to sustain this project. I am inspired by how the artists use a collaborative approach and to build on existing strengths within the community. For example, having the local artists to design the art pieces on the houses, thus empowering them towards community development. Strength-based approach is something that I have learned in year 2, but it became unconscious learning as I did not apply it. Through the TED Talk, I can finally understand the effectiveness of working in a strength-based manner. In my future practice, I can first apply strength-based approach by looking at what the individuals can contribute and what I can bring into the therapy sessions. This will validate their efforts and building on their existing strength. This will increase their motivation towards the goal that they have set for themselves. By understanding one situation, it enables them to participate and facilitate change according to their capabilities. I also learned that rapport building and knowing the needs is important to create change. This enhances sustainability within a natural environment. In my career as an occupational therapist, I'll constantly seek feedback and communicate to understand one situation. This will help me evaluate and use innovative strategies to develop interventions that can be applied to their daily routines, enhancing their daily occupational performance. My third topic is how to think 10 times bigger. It focuses on perspective shifts and having expectation to produce miracles. Having innovative ways that are appropriate is 10 times better than traditional way of problem solving. The career of an occupational therapist requires creativity in all aspects, as well as the courage to project these creative solutions. I learned that I need to be courageous, innovative, and to learn from mistakes by facing failures objectively. In my career as an occupational therapist, I'm interested in working as a part of medical team in developing countries. And I know that innovative interventions are more important when physical resources are scarce, and the importance of integrating into their community context. I feel that my current creativity level seems to be very textbook, and one of the many ways that I can improve on is to look at different problem-solving methods of the same solution, as well as looking at other solutions that could be tweaked towards the same problem. For my future practice, I can start by thinking outside the box and innovate solutions to integrate in different therapy sessions. My fourth topic is on environmental influences on health. On average, everyone spends 75% of the time within the community that they are in. I chose this topic as often health professionals have a medical outlook on the people that they meet. However, thinking about the social determinants of health, it involves various environmental factors including accessibility of healthcare and social environment that can potentially influence the definition of being healthy. I learned that this is important to view the people that I'm going to meet holistically and to understand that the road of recovery is not medically focused, but also using the social model to analyze one's situation. This enables me to be less deficit focused and to be more aware about other contributing factors that can influence occupational engagement. As an occupational therapy student, and for my future pracs, I would love to incorporate environmental factors as part of my clinical reasoning, as evaluating one's social determinants can influence their occupational engagement. This will strengthen my clinical reasoning and as their therapist to be able to make informed decisions. Without considering social determinants, there could be discrepancies in addressing the needs as well as treatment plans. As such, I can start by using the ICF Guide on Environmental Factors, and this will help me build my OT skills in developing a more holistic occupational profiles for them. Hence, this also motivates me to be a more person-centric therapist.